On this morning, 2,000 years ago, the world was silent. For the followers of Jesus, the story was over. The teacher was dead. The hope of a new kingdom had been buried behind a 2-ton stone. In their minds, they weren't waiting for a miracle. They were mourning a tragedy. But then the silence was broken, not by a whisper, but by a declaration that has outlived every empire, outlasted every philosophy, and redefined the very meaning of human existence. 3 words: He is risen. In the earliest days of the church, these words became a secret handshake, a paschal greeting. One believer would say, He is risen, and the response would come back like a thunderclap. He is risen indeed. But what does it actually mean? It means that the finality of death has been revoked. We spend our lives building walls against the end. We exercise, we medicate and we mourn and we fear, because in the natural world, death is the ultimate full stop. But Easter Sunday is the day the full stop became a comma. When the angel said, He is not here, it wasn't just about a physical space. It was a cosmic announcement that the power of sin, the weight of guilt, and the sting of death had been swallowed up in victory. To say He is risen is to acknowledge that we now live in a new creation. St. Paul said that if Christ has not been raised, our faith is futile. It is a waste of time. Why? Because a dead teacher can give you good advice, but only a risen Lord can give you new life. The resurrection is a receipt from God. It is a proof that the sacrifice of Good Friday was accepted. It is a guarantee that the 6 goals that are in Daniel 9, to finish transgression and bring in everlasting righteousness, weren't just poetic dreams. They were accomplished. When Jesus walked out of that tomb, He didn't just survive. He conquered. He took the keys of death and Hades and opened a door no man could shut. This Wednesday, we're going to dive into the cold case files. We're going to look at the Roman soldiers, the empty tomb, and the forensic evidence for the resurrection. But today is not for the case. Today is for the consequence. Because He is risen, your past is forgiven. Because He is risen, your present has a purpose. Because He is risen, your future is secure. The story didn't end in the cave in the Middle East. It began there. Today, all over the world, in every language spoken by man, the shout goes up again. I'll say it first, and wherever you are, I want you to say the response. He is risen. Christos.